This is the valley we live in. Great place to live. It's so positive. This is the valley we live in. So grab a seat, 'cause you are watching a wave.
Welcome to another live stream episode of The Wave, the Wonderful Alberni Valley Experience. I'm your host, Don Tecson, coming to you from our studios here in Uptown Port Alberni in the unceded territories of the Hupatesset and Teteshot peoples. Before I continue, I'd like to say hello to my co-host, Carol Anne.
Hi, Dawn. Thanks for having us tonight. We're super excited. We've got some really great stuff to happen tonight.
Yes, very interesting. As I posted on Facebook, the Sort and Go ACRD, that's what this is all about, is the topic of our discussion for this evening. And we have our special guest, who Carol Anne is going to introduce for a moment.
First, we have Jodie Frank. Tell me a little bit about what your title is. What do you do?
So I am the Organics Diversion Coordinator for the Alberni Clay Co-op Regional District.
Okay.
And we have Anna Lewis. What do you do, Anna?
I am a waste reduction educator.
Well, welcome.
Thank
Are
you.
you going to educate us?
We're going to try.
Okay.
It's going to be educational, informational, and fun at the same time. But before that, let's go to a break. Come by the Steampunk Cafe and Coffee House, a local favorite cafe right here in Port Alberni, owned and operated by a family with lots of passion. Come by for a cup of great coffee, awesome food, and quality service from the amazing staff who will be happy to serve you always with a smile. There's lots to choose from with gluten-free and vegan options available. Ask about their superb catering
So is
services
this like
while
the
you're at
intro
it.
Yeah.
bit?
Located at 3025 3rd Avenue,
It's like,
Uptown
you know,
Port
big
Alberni.
drama. So
They
right
also
now
do
there's, you know,
takeout and delivery. Just call 778-421-3000. Check out their Facebook page at Steampunk Cafe Port Alberni for hours of operation, menu options, and more information. Discover the power of three. Boutique, spa, salon, and yoga studio. They use a combination of therapies to help improve one's mind, body, and soul, as well as clients' hair, basic nail maintenance, improving relaxation, and health. They are open to do home spa parties and also corporate events. Contact the Power of Three today for a happier and healthier you. They are located at 3092 3rd Avenue, Uptown Port Alberni. For bookings and inquiries, call 778-421-2161. Follow them on Facebook at Power of Three and start your journey to a happier and healthier you. Come and have a look at Azalea Flowers and Gifts. Port Alberni florist with delivery service specializing in birthdays, anniversary, sympathy, get well flowers, and thank you just because, thinking of you, and many more occasions and events. They also have plants, planter baskets, gift baskets, and much more. Located at 4528 Adelaide Street, Port Alberni. For orders and inquiries, call 778-421-2660. You can follow them on Facebook at Azalea Flowers and Gifts. Crown and Glory Coiffure says, life is not perfect, but your hair can be. Crown and Glory Coiffures is dedicated to the highest level of customer service with over 45 years of experience. They are a bronze level Joico hair salon using only the best and safest products available. Located at 3781 10th Avenue, Port Alberni. For appointments and inquiries, call 250-724-3531, and you can follow them on Facebook at Crown and Glory Coiffures. Unleash your power to create. Attention all content creators. We believe that we all have the power to create positive change. We are here to help you tell your story, get your message out, promote your brand, and expand your influence through quality video imagery and content production. Let's create wonderful things together and be catalysts for positive change. Our studio, located in Uptown Port Alberni, is now open to serve you. Give us a call at 250-735 9888 and follow us on Facebook at Rainbow Wave Productions. We invite you to watch Queer View Mirror. It's a show about queer people, by queer people, for queer people, and our allies. You can watch full episodes on queerviewmirror.com and on Shaw Spotlight. Just check your local listings. Follow us on Facebook at Queer View Mirror. Follow DJ Metro, Port Alberni's very own DJ Metro. He's mixing the latest and greatest music and taking your requests live. Check him out and join the fun night at twitch.com/DJ Metro. Brought to you in part by Broken Record Entertainment. All right, we are back. There was a little bit technical glitch with the sound system, but we're still back. That's what happens when you're live. Anyway, Carol Anne has already introduced our lovely guests who are so nice to join us this evening. And we're going to be talking about Sort and Go ACRD. I happened to be home when they were delivering my bins. And I saw my neighbor get their bins ahead of me and I said, how come I'm not getting any bins? But they circled around and they dropped off the bins. I don't know who I talked to, but this very nice young lady explained to me the new system that was coming about, and I was so happy to get this. And there's an app. I mean, it's really well thought out and well planned. So I can't wait to discuss this because I know there have been reactions.
Oh yeah.
Right? And there's positive, there's negative. As in anything, there's always the positive and the negative. And so this is your chance to chime in on the live chat portion of the show, to ask your questions, and okay, as always, be kind, okay? I'll let Carol Anne start off the discussion.
Well, just basically tell us a little bit about when this started. When did you guys come up with the idea? I know some communities have been doing it for a long time. So from what point did you start till it came in action?
So the ACRD applied for a grant a few years ago. So that's kind of what started the project off. Is a lot of communities were already doing this. So we're part of the 20% of the BC population that do not have an organics diversion program in place. So that's sort of where we were trying to get to, is to catch up with the rest of BC. So we applied for a grant and were awarded the grant a couple of years ago. And so that is funding the majority of.
So it took you a few years to get it all set in place before we started it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. When you say we, though, who applied for a grant? Who is we who applied for the grant?
So the ACRD applied for the grant.
Okay.
And so the regional district is made up of the Alberni Valley electoral areas, the city of Port Alberni, the West Coast, which is Ucluelet and Tofino and Bamfield and all the surrounding communities.
So when we were getting these bins, Bamfield, Ucluelet, Tofino, they're all getting these bins too, or did they already have them?
So the project is split up into 3 different phases. So phase 1 is city of Port Alberni, mainly because we have the collection trucks already on as part of our fleet.
Yeah.
Phase 2 will be the West Coast. So that's happening, planning starting to happen right now. We have a compost facility being designed, and implementation for phase 2 will happen November next year.
Okay.
And then we're going to start consulting with the electoral areas here in the Alberni Valley in the beginning of 2022. Same with Bamfield. So there's 3 phases. Port Alberni was the first. They were the most ready with the automatic collection happening with garbage, and then the manual recycling. So it was just an easy transition to add organics and then move to the automatic cart system.
Yeah.
I see. So the question, though, is, from what I've heard, is why now? Shouldn't this have been some time ago? Are we late? Are we early? Or are we just in time?
We're just right.
I'm curious.
We're just like
Of course it's
Goldilocks.
here, that's right.
We're just right. You know, timing is everything, and the way the grant happened, and for the city of Port Alberni to be ready to have a processor. So it's one thing to put a program in place, but if you don't have a processor,
The logistics and everything.
yeah.
right?
So it was just a matter of scoping out the project, and so the timing just worked
So
out.
I have, of course, been reading all of the comments on Facebook about it. So when people say, well, we already compost, so we don't need this, do they have to have it? Like, they pay for it no matter what? Is that how it works?
They pay for it no matter
Okay.
what. Yeah,
So you
it's
can't
not
opt out?
not opting out.
No.
No.
But you can give your bin back and just say, I'm not doing it, but you're still paying for it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But there's things that are allowed in your organics cart that if I was composting in my backyard, I would not include things such as the grease, bones, like prawn shells. I wouldn't be putting that in a backyard compost, as well, like the Kleenex and paper towel. I mean, that's okay in your backyard compost, but really dairy, you don't want to be putting in your backyard compost. So there's still, you know, a small percentage of what is going to end up in your garbage can still be diverted by using your very large can.
I love the large can, personally. I know people say, well, I've heard it's way too big, but I think in the summertime,
but I'll hold.
Be nice. I think
About
in the
size.
summertime, people will realize that, like, like for instance, I live on a green belt, so I mow my lawn and I put my lawn clippings in the backyard. But if you live in the city, where are you going to put them? So all those things are going to fill that bin much quicker.
Absolutely. And we just didn't randomly pick it. There was a lot of studies that happened. So auditing out at the landfill. So when garbage trucks came after collecting from the residential stream, there was audits done. So we looked at waste generation, volumes, what was coming in, the composition. So 50% of what is being thrown in the waste is actually organics or can be diverted. And so based on the quantities that were coming in, that's how we chose the size. So the 240 liter cart that you see at your curb or that you were delivered, that's sort of, again, the Goldilocks method. So the 120 just seemed too small. There's a larger size, which is the 360, too big. 240 is just right.
So you can't get the larger size if you want it.
No.
So only the truck only takes
compost?
one size. No, for whatever size, whatever bin you want. Like, because I know with a garbage can, you could ask for a bigger garbage can. Or
You could, yes. But with the recycling and organics, we just don't have the capacity to pick and choose 3 different types of bins and sizes. So based on all the different studies that we did, it gave us the information.
And I personally, I think the size is great. But I was just saying earlier before we started, it's the recycling one. I just don't think it's big enough. But
The recycling's not big enough?
well, no, I
Well, you used to have a
recycle
small blue
everything,
box.
right?
Now it's a big
Well,
nice.
I had like 6 blue boxes sometimes outside my door. So
okay.
I recycle everything. But I mean,
And so the big key there is to really break down cardboard. So cardboard is a huge issue. And so basically those bins, because the recycling bins are 240 liter as well. So they're the equivalent of about 3 blue boxes. And the benefit too with the cart is now everything is being kept really dry. And it's not blowing up and down the street. So
oh no, I love the idea of it.
Just the size.
But could somebody have more than one if they wanted to, or no?
So at the moment we're assessing to see volumes and how this is going to play out over a few months. So we will assess the program and people's needs and then potentially see what options are available down the road.
But we have a recycling depot, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have a recycling depot, and I would just encourage.
So tell me
we
where
have
they are,
2.
because I only know the one on
4th
3rd
Avenue
Avenue.
and 3rd Avenue, right?
No, 3rd Avenue Depot.
Yeah.
And then there's a recycling station out at the Alberni Valley landfill.
Oh, in the landfill.
Yeah.
And so that's free to go if you are
So
going.
this has nothing to do with the return at depot?
No.
Oh, that's the refundable bottles.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that has nothing to do with this thing.
No.
Now, what about the comment about the bins being too big for elderly people?
So we.
We have to ask.
Sorry, I have to ask.
And it's a valid question. We were out on the streets, and yes, unfortunately, some of them, the bins, size-wise, for elderly people or people with mobility issues or whatever it may be, the city does offer an assisted cart set-out service. So if people are finding that they're having issues bringing out their cart, that is a service the city does offer for a fee.
Okay.
Or getting your neighbor.
I took my neighbor's recycling out this morning because I knew she forgot. It is what it is, right?
And we did choose the option with the nice rubber wheels for mobility, and it's a good quality cart. So we tried to make.
Well, and I think too, like an elderly person isn't going to have the quantity in it. It's not going to be as heavy because it's nothing to push it out, honestly. But if it was really full, it might be worse. But I don't think one elderly person or 2 is going to fill it up as much. That's just my opinion, and I could be wrong.
Well, maybe it will offer a service for elderly people that they can call.
Well, again, we're assessing over the next few months and looking at individual needs, and if there's an option to, provide some criteria for opting for the smaller cart, that may be something we explore down the road.
Yeah.
Not that it's guaranteed, but that is, we are assessing over the next few months how the uptake goes, and how we can accommodate.
And what's a few of the other things that I'm reading, of course, is the smell, and it's going to cause rats. Personally, I don't see it because you would have put that stuff in your garbage can anyway, and I don't know. I don't understand that one, but that's what I'm hearing. So what's your thought on that?
That's just it. You're putting exactly the same stuff you were putting in your garbage bin into a
But they're
different
saying
bin.
you're not putting it in a plastic bag and tying it off. But there are other, I mean, I put mine in a paper bag and I scrunch up the top, or I've put stuff in a cereal box. I'm hoping that's okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. And I've, so
We put that in our guidelines.
you don't have to put it loose in there. You're not throwing coffee grounds and stuff in there loose.
Big yard waste bags that you can buy at Canadian Tire, Home Hardware, that you would collect leaves with. Those are nice liners for your carts as well.
Okay.
But reusing grocery paper bags, cereal boxes,
They're all allowed
bags
in
are
the
and
program.
newspaper. So we have a video
newspaper, okay.
that, so there's an origami method that we're going to make a video shortly about, but it's a really easy process of lining your kitchen buddies.
Yeah.
So
where did you go to watch the video?
So we're going to have it posted on our Facebook page.
Okay.
And then anyone that's emailing the Sort and Go about the compostable plastic
Well, speaking
bags.
of Facebook page, what is the name of your Facebook page? Just for everybody who's watching.
I'll let Anna answer that.
Well, I think the name got changed today, but until today, it was the Alberni Valley Waste Reduction Facebook page. But I do believe that the name will be changed. So,
Okay.
The look has changed, but the name's still the same.
okay.
Oh, okay.
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 Well, I don't know. I know I asked for permission that there's a video you made on the ACRD page, like
Yes.
the ACRD Connect page. I don't know if I'll ask our tech if he's ready to roll that. But in the meantime, I wanted to ask, like, was this a long time coming, or I heard somewhere that this was supposed to have been done so much earlier or long time ago, but there were some people who were opposed to it.
Well, I can't really speak to that. I haven't worked for the regional district since the inception of. I know that there was talk about this happening. The grant funding application started some time ago, so it has been in the works for some time. But why it didn't happen earlier, I can't really speak to that.
Oh, okay. Okay. So let's go to. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are just tuning in, we're gonna roll this videotape, and then when we get back, we're gonna have a special surprise for you. For those of you who are just tuned in, we are talking to our guests, Jodie Frank and Anna Lewis, about the ACRD Sort and Go program. I'm sure everybody wants to find out more information about it. And to help you with that, we're gonna roll a little video that they have put up on their website. Now watch this.
This summer, the Alberni-Clayoquot Regional District is introducing a new organics pickup and auto cart system for City of Port Alberni residents. This new service will collect organics, such as food and yard waste, and divert it from the landfill to a facility where it will be turned into nutrient-rich compost. This will help extend the life of our landfill and reduce our impact on the environment. The new system will mean changes to how residents sort garbage and how it's placed at the roadside for collection. Here's what you need to know. A new automated collection system means equipment on trucks will pick up and empty carts, rather than crews manually doing it. Residents will receive new carts that will work with the automated system, a green cart for organics and blue cart for recycling. These will be like the garbage carts that are currently used, only bigger. Put all food scraps, including meat, bones, dairy, and greases, in the green cart, along with soiled paper such as paper towels and pizza boxes. Yard waste, like grass clippings, tree trimmings, and garden waste, can go in the green cart too. Each home will be provided a small kitchen buddy to collect organics inside. Liners are not required, and plastic bags, even those labeled compostable, cannot be used or placed in the organics cart. For those who'd like to have a liner, paper bags, cardboard, or newspaper can be used as a liner for your cart or kitchen buddy. All recycling that is currently collected roadside will still be collected, just using the new blue cart. Continue to make sure materials are placed loose in the carts and not tied up in bags. Items such as hazardous materials, plastic bags, overwrap, and foam packaging cannot be disposed of in your recycling cart. Excess material placed outside of the cart will not be collected. Please continue to take these materials along with excess cardboard to the Recycle BC depots for disposal. Organics will be picked up every week, while garbage and recycling will be collected on alternating weeks. That means 1 week, green and black carts, and the next week, green and blue. Place carts at 1 meter distance apart at the roadside, and make sure all of your items fit inside. No overflow. Organics carts will have bear-proof clips on them that will need to be undone when put at the roadside. This will allow the auto collection trucks to safely and efficiently pick up your bins. And remember, to avoid wildlife interactions, carts are not permitted at the roadside until 7 a.m. You can keep track of the pickup schedule, get weekly reminders, and learn how to dispose of specific items with the Sort and Go ACRD app. With your help, the new organics pickup and auto cart system will help reduce the amount of waste going to our landfill, reduce greenhouse gases, and keep our region clean. To learn more, visit www.letsconnectacrd.ca/organics.
Okay, we're back. I hope that video sort of like informed and educated us a little bit. And to further that, Anna and Jodie are going to tell us about a little game that's out there for you who are watching this telecast.
So we would like to put a challenge out there to anyone that's watching, a bit of a quiz. So if you can tell us or guess how many tons of organics we've diverted in the last 2 weeks since we started the program, so whoever's closest has a chance to win the new Zero Waste Chef cookbook. We picked this up from the local bookstore, Mobius. So if you can guess what our tonnage is so far in the last 2 weeks of organics collected from the new Sort and Go curbside program, you could be
And you can just put it in the comments, and I'll be watching.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. I want that cookbook, so even if I don't win, I'll buy one. I can afford it anyway.
Yes.
And now we're going to play a little game with Carol Anne and I as the, sort of like the guinea pigs.
I'm gonna win.
Okay, it's fine. You're my co-host. I don't mind.
Okay, well, let's get our bins.
So Anna and Jodie are going to tell us about, they brought us clean garbage. How often do you get that?
Oh, it's not just garbage
Sanitized,
though.
clean
Yes.
garbage and stuff. Okay?
Yes. So inside your Kitchen Buddy, each of you should have approximately 16 items. And
Okay.
so you are going to get 1 point for every item that you guess correctly. So it is either going to be destined for the organics
That's
cart.
green.
That's your green cart.
Okay.
Or your recycling,
That's the
which is
blue.
your blue.
Favorite color.
And
Okay.
there are some things in there that are garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And then as well, just to, mix it up a bit, there are some items that are accepted at the depot, which we highly encourage people to utilize as well. Yes, you have to go down there and physically bring the items yourself, but there's
Because
a
they're
whole
not
lot of
in any of the
benefit.
bins?
They are not welcome in any of the bins.
Also, there are actually items that we bring into our households that cannot go into the blue, gray, and green bin.
Correct, but
I
they
didn't know that.
have a potential alternate, like end of life, rather than the garbage. And there may be some things in here that you are inadvertently throwing into your recycling bin, thinking that, oh, I know this can be recycled. So you throw it in your recycling cart, which this is a huge issue. It actually has a name. It's called wish cycling.
Okay.
I hope
That's what
this
I've been
Recycle
doing
a
for the
bit.
past.
yeah. So there's a few items in here that might be a bit.
Okay.
They might
So
throw
we
you
are
off a
Starting
bit.
go,
right?
Dawn versus Carol Anne. Here
You
we
got
go.
it.
Pick
Ladies
something up.
first.
Okay. Leaves.
Oh, she goes for
Oh,
the
that's
easy
so
one.
obvious.
Of course, I'm going to go for the easy one. And they go in the compost bin.
Woo!
1 point for Carol
Excellent.
Anne.
Well, I got 2
Okay.
leaves. It should be 2 points. Just
Well,
kidding.
there's actually the rest of that plant is in somewhere in that.
This one. This goes in the blue bin.
No.
how
No,
shameful.
no, no.
Sorry, I meant to say.
So that is plastic. That's a flexible item,
So I
right?
have to go to 3rd Avenue.
Yes. 3rd Avenue.
At least I know where it is. I should get half a point.
So one of the things to think about when you think about is this recyclable at curbside is Recycle BC is product packaging, right? So that's always the first question to ask yourself. Is it product packaging? You have a bread bag. Yes, it is product packaging.
Yeah,
but
but
then
what's in it was
further than that is the question, when I think of things that are allowed in the blue cart, it's like, is it rigid, right? Is it rigid? Is it like, that's a flexible plastic, right? Not rigid whatsoever.
So this one is the blue card.
Dawn, you got a point.
Yay, so-
Yes. Okay, that's a blue cart because it's rigid product
Okay.
packaging, and
Wow.
the bag is not. So
I get a half a point for 3rd Avenue?
No.
no,
Okay,
no,
fine.
you don't. But one for
Fine.
one. But
Okay.
Carol
All
Anne,
right.
take your
I'm
second
gonna pull
item.
out the newspaper because I know that this can go in the recycling or the green bin.
Ooh,
You
that's-
can wrap your coffee
Oh,
grinds.
you still
or
get
your-
1 point. I don't.
That's almost a bonus point.
Almost
Oh,
a bonus
yeah,
point.
Okay, fine. I'm outnumbered by women. Okay. Okay. Let me pick another one. This one.
Uh-huh.
Why did I pick?
I don't know. I think
Even Carol Anne doesn't know where this goes, but I will venture to say,
I wish cycle it, but it's not in my bin.
there's bubble wrapping. It's flexible. Should I go to 3rd Avenue again?
That one does go to 3rd Avenue.
Yay!
So these are the Amazon mailers that are allowed at 3rd Avenue because it's all one material. Some of your Amazon packages, they're paper on the outside, but then there'll be the bubble wrap on the inside, and that is unfortunately garbage. So
Oh, okay.
so if you ever have the option, if you're at the post office buying something to mail out, try and purchase and you need the protective packaging, try and make sure you buy an all plastic one because then it can be recycled.
Oh, okay.
Just
So-
not
But not this one.
in your cart.
Okay.
Okay, this one
Carol Anne is
stumps
next.
me every time, but I'm gonna say 3rd Avenue.
Correct.
Okay.
All your
This is
styrofoam.
a styrofoam from like
Somebody
a pack-
cueing you from
Yeah.
the
a
chat.
meat or something.
Yeah.
No,
So-
nobody's cueing me.
Okay,
I'm
so
smart.
what's the score? 3-2.
I'm winning.
Three to
I got
two.
everyone
Not
right
by
so far.
much. Okay. Let's see. We have a cleanup crew. Oh, this one I've been meaning to ask.
Don't
Yeah.
ask, guess.
Okay, I'm guessing. I put this in the blue bin, but they don't take it, so maybe they were mistaken, or I was mistaken. Blue bin?
No.
No.
They don't take
No.
glass.
Well, I know they don't, but I just guessed.
No. So there's no
I should
glass.
get his points.
So if you think of things like glass and like the styrofoam, what happens? What would happen when that was being dumped into the truck?
It would
Smash
Yeah.
into a bazillion pieces. So all our curbside recycling gets picked up and it gets transferred to something called a MRF, which is a mechanical sorting machine. And think of the liability of glass shards everywhere. Like it just doesn't work, which is why glass is not collected through our
So it goes to the
curbside.
gray bin then.
It goes, well, if you're not going to make the trek down to 3rd Avenue Depot,
I'm
it
not.
goes in the gray bin.
Then reuse
then
it.
realistically,
You can reuse
Yeah, I
it
could
before
Yeah.
you.
put more
yeah,
pickles in it.
those
or
There you
something.
go.
absolutely,
Or rice.
those ones
Or
can be
pasta.
reused.
Okay. All right. So
I
it's
have a milk
behind 2
carton.
points now.
And I'm going to say it goes in the blue bin when it's washed out really well, because otherwise it's sour.
Correct.
But
Wow,
if they don't
really
wash
you're
it
like
out-
rocking. You're 4 for 4.
Well, at work, I make the girls, my
owns
dear
a cafe.
Tanisha, who is watching, will tell you, rinse the milk cartons or we're going to get maggots. So we clean. Yeah, she's
Okay.
probably laughing.
But
right
if they
now.
didn't
She's
rinse
here.
it, can it go to the trash?
No.
I'm asking. No. Okay, fine.
It goes in
Goes in
your
the blue bin.
recycling cart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even if it's not washed?
No, you need to wash it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will
It would
remember
smell.
that. Why am I picking the... I think we should trade.
No, I know everything
She's
in there
got
too.
some hard ones.
Okay, so this is...
It's a straw.
Yeah, it's a straw.
It is a straw,
it was a
a
catheter.
plastic.
It's a little big.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. I know what a catheter looks like. Looks similar. All right, so this is plastic. I will say
Straws
blue bin.
are all the rage these days. Not all the rage, but there's a lot of controversy around them.
I would say
So-
to keep using it until you can't use it anymore. But until then,
No,
where
look
would you
at
put
that? I would put it. Well, throw it in my trash.
That's the correct
there
answer.
you go.
Straws are garbage.
Okay,
All right, Carol Anne.
so I have 3.
What
and
do
you're
you got?
four.
I have a label removed, cleaned out can, and I'm going to say it goes in the recycling.
Absolutely correct. And you don't
Why do
have
you
to
have to remove the
remove.
label?
You don't have
You
to
don't. I
remove
just
the
like
label.
things clean in my recycling bin.
Okay, but
I
the
wash
label's not that
everything
bad, is
first.
it?
No, I just like it clean.
Well, I guess this is the same as that. The one you just pulled out. It goes to the recycling, which you have to wash out.
Yeah.
Do you ever wash this out? Do you have to? Do you
I don't
can
know
you
that
include
I
the
wouldn't.
cap?
I wouldn't smell it.
No, I mean, would you throw away the cap? Or you,
No, you
throw
can
the
recycle
cap
the
That's
cap. It's
recycled.
plastic.
to the blue,
Yeah.
blue bin? Okay.
Absolutely.
For all
Oh,
four.
you're getting better.
Okay.
I'm going to put this in the green bin.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know what
that, an
it is.
artichoke?
So,
that is
an alien vegetable.
it's a kohlrabi, also known as a German turnip.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm not
And
good
it
at
was
that.
destined for my pigs, but I took it out of the little
Yeah, for this
pig
presentation.
bucket
Well, thank you.
for this today. Lucky you.
Okay, I just want to plug that book again. Could you just tell our viewer, because there might be some people who just viewed in. How do we in this book again?
So this is the Zero Waste Chef. This is a cookbook you could win if you can give us the correct answer on how many tons we've diverted in the organic stream since we've launched the program 2 weeks ago. So how many tons the program has diverted? What's your best guess? If you're close, you can win the book.
Okay. All right, my turn. Oh, there's another plastic bag, but it's not an ordinary plastic bag.
No.
This
It has, it's the compost bin bag. So I guess it goes to the compost bin.
Oh, the biggest, like,
Compost bin liner.
Yes, but not in our compost bins. Only in some. In Parksville, we were doing this, but not
yes.
here.
Yes, and this has
there's
been
a trick
probably,
item.
yes. This
It
is
says compost
You could
bin.
take this to 3rd Avenue, though, no?
no,
Oh, they won't take it either.
no.
So where does it go?
Garbage.
This
In your
one
pocket?
is garbage.
What
Oh.
about if you were composting in your backyard?
It would take an incredibly long
Okay.
time
Just
for
out of
it to compost.
Okay.
So it's very unfortunate, and I highly applaud Quality Foods for being on board and trying to do the best in every community there are. They are in, but in Port Alberni,
Okay.
our options are limited to grocery bags that are made completely of plastics, which can be recycled at the depot, or if they're compostable, such as these
Okay.
ones, they end up being garbage.
So this has been one of our big, frequently asked questions. It's created a lot of uproar about the compostable plastic.
Yeah.
So the important thing to understand is there's so many different processing systems. So like you said, in Parksville, you can use them. The processing system at Duke Point that collects the regional district of Nanaimo and the city of Nanaimo, they use a completely different technology. We
Okay.
use a gore cover technology here. And so compostable plastic bags, to be certified compostable, they only have to break down 80%, which means that 20%
Still.
can potentially still be in your compost. So do you want plastic material in your compost? No.
No.
And compostable plastic bags, they are being mass produced and marketed right now, and there's just not enough research to support that they break down properly. So we're
Okay.
just trying to
Yeah, because
create.
in my head, I thought they just were like, that was it.
That they're
Put
all
some
made the
dirt in there
same.
and they go, but
No.
they don't.
No.
Okay.
But even to be certified, they still only have to break down 80%, which is
Okay.
not 100%
No.
complete. Some of them are made differently and are really great quality, but again, there's not enough research to support our processing system with those bags, and we want a great quality compost at the end of it. So we're going with paper fiber options for liners only.
Okay.
Okay. So if I buy this, I can't use it for my bin?
No.
No.
So I told my mom she's buying this stuff and she's using
Well,
it for
those
the
you
compost.
get from Quality Food. So those are an option. You can either get the paper bag at checkout or you can get the compostable bag. So I would opt for the paper bag because those you can line.
That's how I've been stockpiling
Yes,
my.
those
yeah.
unfortunately we're asking you not to put in your organics bin, and they're not made of the same plastic you would take to the depot when you take your plastic bags and you drop them off at the recycle depot. Those plastic bags are just normal plastic. Those can be recycled, but those are made of different material, so they need to go in the garbage.
Well, now that begs the question though. So like there's somebody like me who's not really fully informed or educated, right? And I throw stuff in the wrong place. What's to stop? How does that affect the program? Or the garbage man will pick it up regardless, won't he?
Well, the trucks will come collect the green cart, and they are equipped to detect contamination. So you might get a letter in the mail or a notification that we detected contaminants in your green cart.
In my compost, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So we do have a variety of different education campaigns going on where we're trying to make
Teach
people
people.
aware that items like that can't go in. And like I said, we want the utmost top quality compost at the end of the day. So education is obviously the most
yes.
important to get everybody on board and to let everyone know why we've made the decisions we've made, such as
So maybe we should do a part 2 of this, just purely educational. Well, right now
Well, I
I'm
want to
learning
win
a lot.
this. Come on.
Is it your turn?
It is.
Okay. You have.
I
she
have
has
a
5
tissue.
points?
I'm winning. I've got everything right.
Yeah, so far.
Fine.
I have a tissue. And I'm going to say that this can go in the blue bin or the green bin.
Pick one.
Oh. Well,
Because one answer is correct and the other is not.
Oh, really?
it's not like your paper.
Yeah.
Okay, but
mentioned
is
it a while
this like
ago.
a paper towel? Because I put paper towel in my green bin. Okay, I got another one right.
But you don't
Yes.
put it in your, like before.
no, I guess not. I
Yeah.
just was thinking like paper, but okay. I got another one right.
All right, Dawn, come on, catch up.
I'm so competitive, I can't
Well,
help it.
this goes to the green as well.
Oh, you
Excellent.
bugger.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And this goes to 3rd Avenue. It is a glass jar.
You
Or
are
you can
wrong.
use it.
Why?
You are
Oh, because
wrong.
it's a canning jar?
Because it's a canning
Oh.
jar.
Well, I'm just thinking
Finally.
glass, right?
I
but
I
all
know.
glass goes there. I didn't
Yes.
even look to see if it was
Yes,
a canning
no,
jar.
but again, reuse it.
Yes.
Reuse it.
Well,
They're
I
great
would
for
never put a
crafting.
canning jar in
Glass
recycling because I would can with it. But yes,
All
I
right,
think that's
Back
really
in the
right.
Philippines, which is a third world country, they buy the glass. We get paid for it. Anyway, I'm not
I
in the
still
Philippines
think I'm
anymore.
right because
All right. So what's the score now?
I'm right on all of
She's
them.
still winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But you missed one.
Not really.
Okay, the flower goes to the. But this is not a real flower.
It is. It's a dahlia.
Okay, it goes to the compost then.
Yes, correct. Absolutely.
Okay.
But
You're-
if it's a plastic flower.
if it was a plastic flower into the
goes-
garbage, it would
This
go.
one confuses me, but I'm gonna say the blue bin. No, yes, the blue bin.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
You're
See,
correct.
I'm smart.
Was there any doubt?
No, not at all.
Or is that
I love
just because
Jeopardy.
you're defensive for being blonde?
I'm
Sorry,
great.
I couldn't help. And this is
I'm not telling you.
well, I used to put this in my blue bin.
Correct.
There you go.
Correct.
So I was
You
right
are
all
bang
along.
on. Pringles containers.
Because
go in the
but
blue
they have
bin.
like because it's all paper and plastic only.
I can't believe somebody spent $39 on a plant this
Um,
size, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to say where it's from. This little green pot, I want to say, goes in the blue bin.
You are correct. Yes.
Oh,
all
Because
your
it's
little
plastic.
pots and the black trays up to a 25-liter black
Okay.
pot can all be recycled now
I
via
reuse them, but
curbside.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay. Well, I may as well tackle it already. This is all plastic, isn't it? Does it still work?
Think of that question, product package. Is it product packaging?
It's not.
Therefore, it needs to go.
To the blue bin. Recycling.
No.
No? to the garbage.
Garbage. Crap.
Oh, fine.
Okay.
I'll let you have that.
This is another one that stumps me because I'm probably going to get it wrong. But I put this in my blue bin. And it doesn't go there, does it?
It does
It's
not go
garbage?
there. It's not garbage.
Oh.
This one is actually, again, it's another item that can go to 3rd Avenue Depot.
Okay, so I
Okay,
got
this is
one
3rd Avenue.
wrong.
Ah! I see your
I'm
method.
really
You've been
sorry.
waiting for Carol Anne to. Oh, she's got the Kleenex there before I get
okay.
the
It's
paper
tied now.
towel.
Are we tied now?
Almost, but Carol Anne's still
Okay.
ahead.
Ahead
so
by
if
1
it's-
point.
If it's crinkly, it goes to the depot, and if it's stretchy,
Yeah, well, I wondered because it's kind of hard, right? Well, mine, the ones I have at home are actually paper. They're dog food ones that are paper.
Are they paper, or are they paper lined with a plastic?
I feel like they're paper.
Okay,
'Cause I can
because
rip them.
a lot of them are paper and then lined with a plastic, which
I
means
can
it's
rip it.
garbage.
I don't know. I'm gonna look when I go
Look
home.
when
now.
you go home.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put this in the garbage.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
After you used it.
Yeah.
What about the hair that came off? Does it go to the garbage?
You're a nut.
All right, this should go to the garbage because it's toxic. The recycling depot.
Absolutely.
But I got that right because you said garbage. I said depot.
All right. I
Okay.
think there's only a couple things
I said
left.
this doesn't go to
I mean,
the
it's
garbage.
it's
And
not
I would take this to the depot.
absolutely through their
Okay.
extended stewardship program.
Oh, product packaging.
Yes.
Depot.
No, but what is it?
recycling.
What is it?
you're coming back.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
bad.
I'm gonna have to do a one-on-one session with you, John.
That's why I guessed them on the show so I can learn as well.
Ah.
Okay, fine. It's going to recycling. The blue
Absolutely.
bin.
Good job.
Okay.
I actually would put this in my recycling bin, but is that wrong?
Wrong.
Okay. Is it depot or
It
garbage?
is garbage.
Garbage?
It's a single-use plastic item.
Oh,
Single use.
Like the straw.
Like
Yeah.
the straw.
Oh, okay, so now then I have a question. When we buy the kids like yogurt and it's in a yogurt container, and am I washing all those for nothing? Because I'm washing them and putting them in the.
The yogurt containers?
The yogurt containers are recyclable.
Okay.
Like
but
the
they're
lip-
single.
But they're, yes.
But it's
Okay.
product packaging, right?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
confused me.
Yeah.
So I
Because
got two wrong.
there's a product in there. So
but I'm still smarter than
Okay.
Dawn.
So that can be recycling. Okay. I have 2 more items left. Oh my God, what is this? I bring this to 3rd Avenue.
you got the harder one, Dawn, because that's actually garbage. That's like,
really?
it's squishy
okay.
packaging. Yes. So
It's
it's,
product packaging,
I know.
isn't it?
It is.
So it's 3rd Avenue. It's in my head.
And-
But will
and
they
they-
accept this in 3rd Avenue?
No, they'll tell you to put it in the garbage.
Oh, okay.
But that's, you can make the effort to go down there and they
That's
will
not,
help you.
It's not essentially product packaging. It's more of the filler they put
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
right? So
So those peanuts and those,
Yeah, they're-
they're garbage.
Yeah, but bubble wrap is not.
because it's plastic and it's
Yeah, but the styrofoam peanuts,
Yeah, those are garbage. Yeah.
they're not Home Depot. Garbage.
They're not third
3rd
out.
Avenue.
Yeah.
And then, so this is product packaging. So this would be recycling?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the
Oh,
same.
we're getting it. We're getting
Same
it.
composition as the Pringles.
See,
Yes.
yeah, this one's.
Phoenix, you're right. I use Dark Temptation. Product packaging, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So
I don't know that one's empty
So don't spray it.
because I found that in my kids' bathroom.
I'll
So
throw it in the blue bin.
it goes in the blue bin if it's empty.
If
so,
it's empty,
So
okay.
we will give you a point for that one because
Okay.
you figured out it goes into the blue bin. But they do take empty aerosol cans that aren't toxic, like your Febreze cans, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't often use spray can like Pam
Yeah.
or things like that. If they're empty, they can go in your.
So I have a couple
your blue
things
card.
left.
Or recycling. Okay.
I'm going to say the recycling depot. Okay.
Correct.
And then I have a mask.
The
in
recycling
here.
depot, the one on 3rd Avenue.
And if somebody's used it, I would say the garbage. But is this recyclable?
No.
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 Garbage.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Recyclable mask.
PPE, all the masks, all the gloves, they are all garbage, and they do not belong in the parking lots
No.
around
Oh
our
my gosh.
beautiful
I pick
yeah.
them up daily
So-
outside of the cafe.
Unless you're trying to do it with gloves. No, I'm kidding.
But you
Gloves
guys,
and masks do not belong anywhere except the garbage, right?
that's correct.
Not recycling, Not compostable, but just
Yeah.
garbage.
But you can get beautiful, locally
Reusable.
made reusable masks.
Well, like washable, reusable.
Absolutely.
But you
I
guys
wash
did a
mine,
great
hang them,
job
iron
on your.
Well, I did.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
did.
we
I'm
could
just
school
trying
down
to
a
I gave
little.
it to you.
Dawn told us to be kind at the beginning, so
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to share the kindness.
I think you guys did pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I did great.
And
Yeah.
so
Just saying.
this is a good opportunity to plug
Okay.
to plug the app as well. So when you are questioning what to put in the bins outside, we have the ACRD Sort and Go app. So it's got the
Okay.
Waste Wizard on there, and you can enter the item, and it'll tell you where to dispose of it. So it'll give
Okay.
you the option of your green cart, your blue cart, or the
Well, we
trash,
have
or the
that-
depot.
The pamphlet still on our counter because we are newbies. So I think that's why I got so much, because we read it every day.
Yeah, I have this on my corkboard always beside me.
Well, clearly you're not reading it, but
Dash.
just saying.
Huh? No,
You're
I
not
just take
reading it.
pictures of it and post it on Facebook. Okay, so I'm still going. Sorry, I'm just stuck on this thing. Like, you said we were one of the last to come on the program as far as
Yeah.
BC is concerned. Now, what was that? Because we were late doing something,
Well,
or
just a lot of municipalities had taken the initiative to have a program in place to divert organics. When we look back at our goal system, so Port Alberni right now, per capita, so per person, we're generating 589 kilograms of waste per person. The province's goal is 350 kilograms per person. And in order to do that, you need to take organics out of the waste stream. ACRD has set a goal sort of in the middle of 400 kgs a person. So in order to achieve that goal, we need to pull the organics out of the waste stream. We're sitting at a 20% waste diversion target right now, percent. So we divert 20% of what goes into our waste
Okay,
stream.
everybody needs to be looking at these numbers while you're talking to win that book. Think you've just
No,
said
no.
numbers.
So the contest is how many tons have been diverted in 2 weeks.
in
So,
2 weeks
yes.
since we began this program.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
program is basically 2 weeks old.
2 weeks old. So we started on the 13th. We collect Monday to Thursdays. So we've done a full 2-week cycle. So in 2 weeks, we're asking how many tons was
Okay.
diverted.
And where does the green bin stuff go? Where is it ending up?
It's ending up out at Earthland and Sea.
Okay.
So, and that is, out Franklin River Road, and it's got a funny name. It
Yeah.
turns up to the right. I can't remember the name of
So
it.
Earthland and Sea is
Earthland and
You
Sea.
can buy
website?
soil and stuff
They
there,
are
right?
our local compost producers. They've done the fish composting
Yeah.
for decades at this
okay.
point in time. So they're the ones that now hold the contract to do all the composting.
Well,
through
when I
this
was doing a bit
program.
of research about the whole ACRD sort and go and the garbage and the disposal and the diversion, all that stuff, I came across some information that said there is a cap on the methane levels of a dump site. And how did this factor play into this whole scheme?
So that goes back to the goal system that I was just talking about. So right now, when you look at the composition, 50% of what we're generating is food waste, typically. We need to pull that out because right now it's going to the landfill, it's sitting there in a plastic garbage bag and creating methane gas. So if we continue to go at that rate, the province is going to mandate us to put in a landfill gas capture system, which is millions and millions and millions of dollars. So we don't want to do that. This is
Yeah.
for $4 a month. We have the option of taking our organics and putting them in a cart and turning them into compost so that we can use it throughout the community. It's also increasing our diversion rate. So right now we're sitting at 20%. By taking the portion of organics out of our waste stream, we can get up to 50%, which is huge. If we're diverting half, we're extending the life of the landfill significantly.
Oh, that's a very important thing for us to understand. then.
Absolutely.
So,
We can't.
so the methane levels of our dump site were getting up there already?
Yes.
Oh, so that
Yes.
it made it sort of like urgent now to do
Yes.
this.
Well, the provincial government legislates a certain annual tonnage that you are permitted. And as soon as you begin to exceed that, it automatically mandates the gas capture system be put in place. And what was happening at our landfill, is that we're getting very close to that level. And what happens is, climate change is
It's
a real
yeah.
thing,
It's
right?
something we have to deal with.
And what happens to organic matter when it gets, stuff goes out to the landfill, gets dumped, and it just gets covered and covered and covered. And in a natural composting environment, yes, there is carbon dioxide that's emitted, but what happens when there's no oxygen is you get another much more potent greenhouse gas.
Oh,
Right?
I see.
Being methane, and it's considered 80 times more powerful than CO2 or carbon dioxide. So by removing that potential source of a greenhouse gas and having it be composted with oxygen, so it's only CO2 that's given off, I mean, that, like in the whole valley, now our greenhouse gas emissions should be going down because this program is in place. So
Okay, so this program applies to ACRD, right? That's the Alberni Claycut Regional District.
Yes.
Yes, that part I knew. Somebody already corrected me before this show. Anyway, so does the ACRD include, because I hear like Cherry Creek and Beaver Creek have a different system, or is it everybody?
Yeah, as we explained in the beginning of the show, the electoral areas. So here we've got Beaufort Range, Beaver Creek, Cherry Creek, Sprout Lake. Those are all around the immediate vicinity of Port Alberni. And they are electoral areas that fall under that ACRD designation.
So will they get these bins too?
It is going to go out for public consultation
Okay.
to the electoral areas and Bamfield. And if it does occur, that will be in the spring of 2023.
Wow.
But as
So
Jodie
that's
said
far away,
before,
right?
yeah, but
So in the meantime,
but
what are
it's
they
Port
doing out there in
Alberni.
Cherry Creek then?
Self-hauling,
Self-hauling.
Or like, well, my daughter has
private.
private. I put, well, I shouldn't
Like a
say I
private
pay for her
landfill?
garbage collection. My husband will kill me. But yeah, we pay for her garbage collection, and they come every Tuesday and pick it up for her,
Yeah.
right? Because they have
Yeah,
nowhere
so
to.
it's private.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So electoral areas right now can sign up for private or self-haul to the landfill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I see. So they're not really that affected yet by this whole thing.
Not yet, but we will go out and consult with them to see if it is something that would be of value in their community and whether they're on board. And we're just gonna
Yeah,
gonna
and
take it from there.
currently there is a survey on the ACRD Let's Connect website that is specifically targeting the residents of electoral areas. I've had lots of pop-up tables around the community, a booth at the fall fair, and I often have people from the electoral areas saying, well, they're either saying, I will never support this, or, oh my goodness, I can't
about
wait
time, right.
till we
Yeah.
have this program. So there's the whole, like, you have a great cross section of
Yeah.
I think the
society.
program's amazing. Like I was saying earlier with the kids, they're really learning where everything goes. They ask me, they correct each other. They like doing that, but they love to know, like, this goes here and that goes there. And, we don't forget to take the little bin out today. Like, I think it's amazing. And I think people, it's new, it's scary, but once they start doing it, they'll all appreciate it. I mean,
Okay, I know
How
I'm
could you
gonna
not?
probably get criticized for asking this, but I have to ask it. So it says it says here that the ideal time to take out your garbage is 7 to 11. See, I read this. I read it
It
somewhere.
says 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Yeah.
to
7 a.m.
to 9 a.m.
Uh-huh. No, 7 a.m.
It
Oh.
says 7 a.m., 9 a.m. But ideally, of course, you have to be at 7 a.m. because you don't know when it's going to be picked up, right?
So collection starts at 7 a.m. The drivers begin their routes at 7 a.m. So you are, and typically people know what time the drivers are in your neighborhood and whatnot,
Yeah.
but they start at 7 o'clock. So we just ask that you don't put out your carts prior to that. What are you smiling at?
Well, I'm not a morning person.
set an alarm. It takes 2 minutes. Nobody's going to care if you're outside in your jammies. Just wheel it out and go back to bed.
Okay. Well, I have
If I
confession
can
to
do
make.
it, anybody can do it.
I take out my
And-
garbage at 12 midnight.
With the new system,
I'll
your
stop doing it
your
now, just
garbage
because of you.
your garbage collection really doesn't change. You're still putting a bin out on the same
Yeah.
day, approximately at the same time.
Yeah.
So none of that has changed. Your recycling frequency is still your recycling frequency. It's just your organics is now getting picked up weekly, and then your garbage and your recycling are going to alternate on the bi-weekly.
And you're not going to have the amount of garbage you had before.
No,
because
50% of it
I'm
is-
already a week in. Our garbage day is not till next week. It was recycling today, and I think I have a Safeway bag in the. Like it's nothing. And I have diapers and stuff too from the kids, so it's not like. And I think that's really the only thing that's in there because everything's been sorted.
Okay, so here's another question. Did this cost the local residents a little something?
So the increase is $4 a month. So the grant fund that I talked about at the beginning, so that has subsidized quite a lot of the startup costs. So from the carts to various project costs.
Did we have to get new trucks?
No,
Or-
no.
okay.
Actually, we've had these trucks in service for quite some time.
Okay,
They look
good.
brand new. We've cleaned them up, put some decals on them, but they've always been the split compartment trucks. So they've been waiting to sort of take on this organics project. So they kind of got ahead of the game and bought the split compartment trucks. And
Oh,
we've
so
just
these
been
are the garbage trucks
yeah,
we had before.
absolutely.
Okay.
So they've just been picking up garbage on both
Oh.
sides, but they are made to collect two streams.
That's a
so
win-win.
One side is they're called 60/40 split compartment trucks. So
Yeah,
basically,
I've seen the video. They're quite neat.
yeah. And so basically the driver comes and picks up one stream, dumps it in, flicks a switch, which turns the hopper and opens the other compartment. They go and pick up the other side, and then the material goes in the other side. We've done some improvements out at the landfill so that the trucks can go to the landfill. There's 2 transfer stations for the organics and recycling. So depending on what streams they've picked up, so if it's organics and recycling, there is a station for organics and recycling. They then get hauled from the landfill to the appropriate processing sites.
Okay, cool.
And where does the recycling go in the end? Like what happens to
It
it?
used to go to Nanaimo, but
Okay.
right now it's ending up in Vancouver on the
Okay.
mainland.
Really?
Yeah.
All
So,
the way
yeah.
there.
It goes to Spring Hill, which is the consolidation site, and then
Okay.
it will go to the processing, the MRF.
Yeah, and then all items from there, like the styrofoam, all goes to one place.
and, yeah.
The glass, I think it's in Abbotsford and in Quesnel, where it's being crushed and used as road fill. But it's interesting with recycling because the markets are always changing, right? So at one point in time, cardboard was getting shipped to India, and I'm not sure where it's going right now. But I mean, everything's
It changes.
changes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's actually getting recycled. 'Cause
Well,
somebody
Something
said
came
to
to
me,
mind right now because it wasn't in our bins. Where do egg trays go? Like those carton egg, not those styrofoam egg trays. The carton
The
egg
paper
trays.
ones.
Yeah,
The
the
paper
paper
ones.
ones.
go in
those,
here
those
and
can
in
actually,
the
they could actually go in your
recycling.
compost.
Oh,
They're
really?
paper fiber material, and they break down really nicely.
Yeah.
But they can also go in your recycling.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people with chickens that are always looking for empty egg
Reuse,
cartons,
reuse,
right?
reuse.
Reuse
Oh,
is
okay.
way higher up on the
So where do I find these
waste
people?
hierarchy.
oh, you just
Who
put
need
a
egg
post,
trays?
put a post on Facebook, and somebody will come
Yeah.
and get them because we do that sometimes at the cafe. Pails and egg cartons. People always want them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how about paint cans? I'll throw this to you.
Paint cans go down to the depot, right?
As long as
Sure,
they're
Abby.
a sealed
Yes.
unit, so they need the lid and they need some of the original label on
And do
them.
they still have? So I know when we lived in Parksville, you could go to the recycling depot and get paint cans that had paint in them and take them home and use that paint. Can you do that here?
You know, that's a great question. I'm not sure if you can or not. I would know.
Because that was an awesome program. Like I wanted to paint a dresser. Somebody had half a can of paint, was just enough. Like you just
Well, and
went
it could have
picked out what
been
you
sort of
wanted.
like a restore concept
Yeah, we need that here.
store.
Just saying, it was amazing.
Well, watch this space
'Kay.
where we would love to implement some sort of a
Yeah.
restore concept.
It was
but
just amazing. Like that you could go and do that.
yeah, restore, free store, where it's like someone else's junk is someone else's treasure.
Yes.
Well, this has been such an educational, informative discussion, even at my expense. That's okay. I'll let Carol Anne win. She's prettier than me. Not really, but I'm kidding.
Of course I am.
Of course you are. And you're older than me.
I am not. There goes John with the
I'm
age
just
thing.
kidding.
I'm half your age.
Anyways, thank you for coming on the show. I'm sure we'll have a follow-up episode of this very engaging and very important topic for our community. In the meantime, we're going to go to a commercial break, and that's all the time we have, though. No commercial break. We have to end now. This is Don Tecson saying see you next time on The Wave.